sales are falling, like I said already, and you can see in this graph that they are going lower. But I really want to point something out that's really important to understand. If you look at January 2020 and you look between January 2022, you're going to see when COVID first hit, we really like dipped down. This is like the sales just plummeted, right? Do you see that sharp drop? It just went shoo, like a roller coaster, right? And then all of a sudden it was like, whoa, right back up. And then we had some like normal cycles. So if you look, it's normal to kind of go up and down. That is normal. It is not normal to have these crazy ups and crazy downs. That is not normal. We had that again. It shot up and we were super high for a while. And that's where everyone's going, oh my God, I can't get a home. Like, what do I have to do? I remember someone was like, should I give my box seats to, I think it was the Giants or something, to the sellers? Like, what do I need to do to get a home? That's because we were in pure craziness. If you look back, yeah, we're low, we've dropped, but we're more stabilizing. And you could see that from the history from 2010 to 2012, 2014. You're going to see that ups and downs. That's normal cycles. And we're really getting back into that normal cycle. So I'm really predicting by next year that we're going to go down. We might go down a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to watch how it is. Right now, I just sold a home. I thought we were going to have to drop it down more. And I was able to actually sell it higher than we thought we were going to sell it for. So there's some movement here. And with that home, with my marketing and everything that I do, I did get 7 offers on it, which is kind of crazy in this market. So there are people looking to buy. There are buyers out there who want good homes and they want the homes that are redone, but there's a lot of opportunity for buyers too. So sellers, buyers, it works for you, but I feel we're going to go down a little. We're going to kind of stabilize. And then I think we're going to come right back up to a more normal market where we're at the line and we're going to kind of go up and down over the line like we have seen here in the past. Sorry, I go very fast. So I hope I'm not going too fast. Okay. This is just a quick graph I wanted to showing you COVID and how crazy things were, as we all know, right? And then how things are kind of stabilizing a little bit more now. And this is really looking at $1 million homes and up. In the Bay Area, especially in West Santa Clara County, you're more, I mean, to get, like, if you wanted to buy something in Cupertino, like a condo, you're at like 1.5 million, right, for a condo. So it's really hard to find things under $1 million. They're smaller in different areas. The schools aren't great. So just depending on location. So I like to look at the numbers that are $1 million and up because that's typically what you have to pay for our home out here. So this just gives you a nice little insight on that. Let's talk about price. So the California medium home price is holding up, but the growth is declining. And that's really important to understand. What that means is prices aren't falling. Remember I said in the beginning, we're not having these crazy drops. We're seeing prices kind of just like going. And they're kind of settling right now because inventory is actually going down again, which I'll talk about in a minute. So you're kind of seeing them stopping a little bit. They're going a little flatline, right? Saying, oh, okay, wait, what are we going to do? Because we don't have any inventory. Inventory is falling. So that means we have to go higher because I can't find a home. So right now, growth is declining, yes, but prices are still holding, which is important to understand. I like this graph a lot because it really does show you the sales to list price. And you can understand that as we're going, right, you can see. So for 2 years, which is shown right up here, for 2 years, we've been way high. We're just stabilizing. If you look at the history, this is what I don't like about when you hear the news channels talking about the market, or they just throw out 30% falling market. It's like, whoa, 30%, but what they're not looking at is they're looking at last year to this year. They don't consider that you have to look back years with an S. You have to look back into like 2018, 2015. What was going on? What was happening? Because you have to look at those trends to understand we were in a very unique market for the last 2 years. It has changed. I personally believe it's a good thing. I really, really do. There are many agents out there who say, oh my God, the world's ending. Like, we can't put a stake in the ground, just sell it. We can't get 300,000 over asking. But in all honesty, that market was hard for everybody. I had so many amazing clients who decided to just continue renting for years because they said, I'll never get into it. I can't afford it. This is the time when you felt shut out, that you could not buy a home. This is the time to buy. It is more equal to buyers and sellers. it is turning into a buyer's market, but it's still a seller's market in a way, and it depends on the area and what you're looking at. So do consider that. I really feel like in the next couple months, we're going to see that the sales price may be dropping a little bit more, but we're also going to see the listing prices drop first, right? Because no agent wants to put a home on the market. So let's say I'm listing a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the CalBre area of San Jose, and I say, oh, well, my sellers want 1.8 million. I'm going to list 1.9. I wouldn't do that, right? Knowing that my sellers want a certain amount or they want something, I'm going to say, well, what's the market doing? Okay, the market is trending lower. I do not want to be caught up here and the market's down here. It's kind of hard, sorry, to see it. But I don't want to be caught chasing the market in order to sell the home. So what you're going to notice is the listing prices are going to come down. And then you're going to notice that either the sales price will be around list in the next few months or above list, because we're going to adjust the listing price knowing that we don't want to chase that market. So if I want something in the CalBre area for 1.8, I may list it at like 1.6, right? I have to run the numbers, and depends on the home and all the different criteria that goes into it. And that's why my strategy comes into play, because you have to look at so many factors in order to make sure you price the home correctly and that you're not just sticking it on the market, right? And as a seller, if you're looking to sell your home, please be strategic with your agent and make sure they have a good understanding of the market and what marketing activities they are going to do in order to sell your home. Because I'm sorry, sticking a stake in the ground and putting an open house, that may not be enough to sell your home anymore. You really have to be strategic on how you have to do it. There are options, and I'm going to talk about at the end, where you can offer buyer things to incentivize them to give you a good price without price dropping. So there's some cool stuff, but at the end of the day, I work with homes that don't sell. So these are homes where they've been listed before by somebody else. They didn't sell. It could be a couple times they tried. It could be one time they tried. I specialize in those homes because at the end of the day, it didn't sell and they don't know why. I sit down with them and I have a conversation. Every home is different. And I show my marketing. I show my strategy. I show everything I do. But there are homes at the end of the day, when I look at everything, I will tell them very honestly as I'm sitting there, I know why your home didn't sell. And they go, please tell me. And I'm like, it was just too overpriced. It was just too overpriced. Are you ready to take a realistic price? If so, I can sell it quickly. Right? So the conversation has to be real and true. And you have to be honest with them. So understanding where we're going is really important. Okay, share of homes sold above asking price really is back to normal, right? So this is important to understand that the last 2 years were not normal. This was not normal, right? We are getting back, if you look across, we are getting back to a more normal amount. So this is really a good thing to understand. It means we're not going to have crazy prices, crazy over asking prices. Again, if you're a buyer and you're looking to get in and you have limited funds, this is the time. Okay. Home sold above asking price. Again, I'm just showing you, excuse me, this one here. Santa Clara County is right here, if you can see right here. So we're still doing pretty good. San Francisco is just still crazy high because San Francisco has what we are experiencing at a different level. San Francisco has no homes. There is no area to build more. Your inventory is your inventory. That is really what we are starting to feel here in Santa Clara County. We are still getting some newer homes built here and there, but a lot of people ask me and say, I want a brand new home, new construction. I go, that's great. Do you want to go to Morgan Hill? Do you want to go to Gilroy, Dublin, San Ramon? No, I want to be in Santa Clara County. I particularly would like to be like Los Gatos or Saratoga. And I look at them and I go, there are no new constructions. You might have a builder or an investor who buys an old home, tears it down and puts a home on it. But that's one home. There aren't these big communities being built, right? It's very small little pocketed places, if anything is, because there's no new land, right? Now, you're going to get stuff in the hills and everything, but again, you're not going to find communities. You're going to find one-offs. So that's something to really understand out here in West Santa Clara County in Northern California is that we don't have more land. And because we don't have more land, the prices are more expensive and the inventory is what the inventory is. So we're not going to be getting new homes built that are going to really increase that inventory. That's going to cause prices to really fall. This one here is showing more that this has been leveling off. And again, remember I talked about how the list price is going to get lower, right? And this is the great one to show you that. The list price is going to get lower while the sales price gets higher, because we are not going at any good real estate agent will not chase the market. Sometimes it happens, right? I just had one recently when we put it on the market was still great. My client had some personal situations come up. They weren't able to show the home for the first week we were on the market. Then all of a sudden, this change happened. We knew it was coming. It's so funny. You know it's coming, but then all of a sudden when it changes, you're just like, whoa, where did that come from? So we had to adjust. We dropped the price down, right? You don't want to have to chase the market. It's not a good place to be. This is showing you that we are starting to say, okay, we need to adjust that price. We need to make sure we're not chasing it. And that's what the result of it is.